Ms. Legalista here. Thank you for joining. Two things right up front, and I don't want to keep talking about this, but Verizon, my internet, it just so much lagging going on. Yesterday when it was pouring all day long, it was an issue for me to record, for me to upload. I was not happy. I was not happy. So if you see this sort of lagging in the beginning, I'm trying to give it a chance to catch up, which is why I'm just rambling on here. The second thing is I'm going to go over to something new. Like, this is a new topic. I hadn't heard about this one. It's from the Stanley News and Press, and I'm going to show you the article in just a second because I think it's important that we talk about this one. But I'm going to highlight one thing before I bring this up is they have a lot of ads on their website. And so I'm going to jump in and talk about this, frame this, and then I'm probably going to jump off of their website because there's just way too much going on over there. But this, like I said, this article is coming from the Stanley News and Press. BBB scam alert. That's not your boss texting. And part of the reason this is so important, and this really just came out yesterday, this particular article, part of the reason that I think this is so important is because people want to keep their jobs generally. When they think their boss is texting them, they're likely to respond. Why? Because they want to respond to their boss and therefore keep their job. So people are going to be a little bit more hesitant to say, wait, is this a scam? What's going on here? I'm not going to trust this. I'm not going to respond to it because they want to keep their job. So let me talk about what's in this article and go over a few things here that you can be on the lookout for. And it says the following is from the Better Business Bureau. You may be used, look at all the ads popping up. This is killing me because it's also it's going to impact the lag time here. Okay, I'll stop talking about it. You may be used to getting text messages and emails from your boss, which is why a recent texting scam is so effective. Scammers find out where you work. Hey, it's on LinkedIn sometimes, and pose as a CEO or other executive. Be on guard and don't share money or information, be it your own or your company's. They might not be asking for your information, they might be asking for your company's information. Hey, I'm having someone from iTech work on something. Can you go ahead and send your computer login and password? That may be a way for them to hack in to the computer system for your employer. All right, let me scroll down and tell you how this has been working. It says how the scam works. You receive a text from a number you don't recognize claiming to be your boss. The sender knows your name, where you work, and your boss's name. It seems so real. The text message might read something like this. Hey, Chris, I'm tied up in a conference call right now, but let me know if you get this text. Thanks, your boss's name. In a recent BBB scam tracker report, a consumer shared this experience. Text message posing as my boss, stuck in a meeting, wanted me to get gift cards. Red flag right there. We've talked about gift cards. Also, texted people I know posing as my boss as if they were texting me. If you reply that you received the text, you'll be asked to do a quick task. This could be purchasing gift cards for a client or wiring funds to another business. In some cases, the scammer may ask you to send personal information to someone, often giving you a plausible reason to carry out the request. In another BBB scam tracker report, a victim reported losing over $1,000 in a gift card scam. The scammer contacted me, impersonating my boss, telling me he needed an urgent task completed. He told me it needed to be in secret because he wanted to surprise employees for a good job last month with gift cards. See how plausible this is? Now, for some of you, I know some of you are going to say, okay, yeah, no, my boss is never buying gift cards for anybody. My boss is never doing anything for anybody. I get it. So you don't have to worry about this. He asked me to go to the nearest store and get 5 gift cards. He asked for Apple and eBay cards, but they did not have that. So he told me to get 5 vanilla Visa gift cards and load $200 on each card. He said I would get reimbursed before the end of the day. When do you ever do that? You really don't do that, right? Tell me you don't do that. I bought the cards using my personal money and was asked to send pictures of the receipt. I did that, and then he asked me to send the front and back of the cards. And I, for some reason, did that too. I only realized after contacting my boss that this was a scam. I was able to contact Vanilla and put a hold on the cards before any of the funds were used. However, now the funds are frozen and in a gift card, and I don't have access to the money for a possibly unknown amount of time. The scammer played to my need to be a good employee, and it worked. No matter how believable the reason sounds, always double check before taking any action. Once you send the money, gift cards, or information, it will be in the hands of the con artist. Let me talk a little bit more about this now, because this person really summed up exactly what I was thinking. You don't want to disappoint your manager or your boss. And sorry, my face is like itching all over the place today. You don't want to disappoint them. And so your first response is going to be, oh, okay, let me go do this. Your first response should be, let me do what I have said all the time: independently verify. Don't just trust what's coming through to you on a phone call, on a text message, in an email. Walk down the hall to the boss's office. If the boss is out and you're getting a text message, email the boss, call the boss. If you're getting a phone call, try to talk to that person face to face, in person, because even now calls, our voices are being cloned. So none of these things, I'm sorry, none of these things are things that you're going to be able to take at face value anymore. You're actually going to have to independently verify these. The biggest red flag that I keep telling people is when they start asking you to go buy gift cards. I really want to point that out right now, especially as we go into the holiday season. I really think that we're going to see an uptick in this, especially because companies do buy gift cards for their employees and give them as bonuses, just as surprise gifts to them during the holidays. So it makes perfectly good sense for some companies and for some employees who maybe even have done this in the past to continue to do this, and for new companies and people to say, hey, let's do this year. We're going to do this year. So you really are going to have to be on the lookout for this. So here are some of the things that it says to protect yourself. It says, don't trust unsolicited messages. Like I said, verify those. It says, be wary of unusual requests. If your boss has never asked you to buy gift cards before, even if the request comes from a number you've saved, because they can spoof numbers. Think twice. Scammers can potentially clone phone numbers and might have hijacked your boss's number to target employees. All right. It also says double check with your boss personally. Already said that, right? If a request comes from a strange number or just doesn't sound right, call or email your boss first using their real contact information. Don't go back through whatever it was they just used to contact you. Don't reply to the message. It's better to double check than to rush into a scam. Plus, your boss is going to want to know if your boss is being impersonated. It says if you suspect a scam, don't reply. If you're fairly certain you've been contacted by a scammer, don't reply to the text message. Replying lets the scammers know that they have an active phone number and could leave you vulnerable to future attacks. They may reach out again and again and again. So that's what this looks like. And you really have to be concerned about this, like I said, because number one, you're trying to keep your boss happy. You're trying to keep your manager happy. You're trying to keep your job. Number two, as we head into the holiday season, people are going to be buying gift cards because that's more of what people are doing now for gifts and bonuses and things of that nature during the holidays. So expect that scammers know this and that they are going to use this to their advantage to try to scam more people and get more money from you. All right, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.